I misspoke, and this is actually part 5. I had to go back and check the video. So, of people of color can be racist too. Okay? We run the alternative lifestyle and genetics and choice and stuff like that. So, I want to talk about that for a minute because for quite some time, everyone was thinking, it's just a choice, just a choice. And then when you go back now, you go into like the early 2000s, and you talk to these people of the alternative lifestyle, it's like, well, and then you have Lady Gaga's song, I Was Born This Way. They started doing scientific research on the fact that it's not a choice. It is genetic, and that, sometimes you are born with an extra chromosome or whatever it is that makes you flow the way that you're supposed to flow. Or if you talk to people like I Am Jazz, I was born with a girl's brain and a boy's body. There is a syndrome or synoptics of that. I don't know what the hell that shit's called. Like, I'm dumb. I was infantry for a reason. And when you think about stuff like that, and then you find out, okay, so it is quite possible that it is not a choice. It is quite possible that me being straight is a choice that I chose to make. That it's not the fact that I really love playing with boobs. It just might be the fact that, hey, I was genetically made to be straight. Some things are choices, some things are not. Some things are genetic, some things are not. And we as people don't want to sit down and address this crap. Because I'm going to be honest with you. We are on the topic of people of color being racist too. Racism is a hard one to determine if it is a choice or if it is genetic. I'm going to say that it is going to always be both as far as I'm concerned, because sometimes if you are born into a racist family, it will become genetically inbred into you through your birth, and I can't really agree or disagree with that. But also, if you are born into a racist family and you are being raised to be a racist, then you will be racist until you explore or learn or figure it out. But when it comes down to like the alternate lifestyle, science has proven that it is not a choice. It is literally genetic in most cases. Now, their science also have contradicted that, and they say that it is a choice. I say, you know what? It is whatever it is, because I'm not a doctor, I'm not a scientist, I'll play one on TV, but the fact of the matter is that, human choices aren't always handed to humans at a time of their choosing. Like, if I wanted to go out and shoot some glass bottles with my handgun, or if I wanted to go out and put my arrow through a couple of glass bottles, which I haven't ever really tried. I'm thinking about doing it. But if I ever do that, I have a bow and arrow. I have the ability to go out and do that because I haven't broken any laws. I'm just going to target practice. Same thing when you go down range and you go to a gun range and you just start popping off on your target. It happens. That's why we have those. But those are choices that you choose. You don't choose when your clip runs out. When your clip is empty, you choose to reload a new mag into your weapon. Versus when my bow is out and my quiver is empty, I need to go and get my bows. I need to go back and retrieve them to reload the bow and start again. That is, there's no choice in that. I kind of have to do that because my recurve bow does not reload itself. You generally go target practicing, you're going to carry more than one magazine for your weapon. You're not going to go, I'm just going to go shoot one round today. I'm not going to go and shoot anything else. I'm going to pay $60 to fire one round out of my magazine. No. And 9 out of 10, when you go to a firing range, they have ammo for you to buy. So you'll buy and you'll load up your magazines. You'll do your 5-point inspection. For those who don't know what that is, if you're using a AR-15 or a machine gun of any caliber, you will clear the chamber, you will check the magazine, you will make sure it's fully loaded, and then you will again clear the chamber, and you will go down the barrel. You guys in the military know exactly what I'm trying to describe. Alright? You don't have to necessarily break your weapon down and clean it until after you're done. But there are some people who literally go to a firing range, break their weapon down, clean it, then fire, then clean it again after they're done. Like they're not gonna clean it every time, but after the magazine's done, after they're done targeting, after the gun cools down, or the weapon after it cools down, they're gonna probably buy more ammo, reload the mag on their way out, but they're not gonna put it back in the weapon, and they're going to make sure that before they leave, they may sit in the car, they may pull out the little cleaning thing, and they may break it down, clean it up, because in the military, when we left down range, the first thing they told us when we got back to our barracks was clean your rifle. You know, so you got disassemble your rifle, take all the firing pins and stuff out, and wipe everything out, oil the shit that need to be oiled with gun oil, load that bitch back up, lock and load, clack it, put the reserve cap on it, and then put it back on the rifle stand. And that's what we did every day. You know, that's what we did. We loaded the damn stand every day. And unless we had fire guard, we kept our weapons on us. You know, and in both in both Bravo and Delta, I did pretty much the same thing. We had fire guard, we had our weapon. So, you know, when you are living the alternative lifestyle, if you ask one doctor versus 5 other doctors, 1 in 5 will agree that it's not a choice. And 2 out of those 5 will probably say, yes, it is. And when you look at that, racism is pretty much the same way, because a lot of people choose to be racist. Now again, as I said in 2 other videos, I don't remember which one, so I'm just going to say 2 other videos, maybe the first video. But when you are born into a racist family and they raise you racist, that really can't count as a choice, because you didn't really get a choice. And again, the 2 things you can't change your race and you can't change your gender. Now, everybody's going to go and confront me on that, so I'm going to put it to you. Okay, Michael Jackson had money, so he could lighten himself up. Most normal people don't have money, so they can't do the skin bleaching thing. And Michael only went that route because somebody put his face in the computer and showed him that he would get worse and worse with progression. And a lot of people are afraid of what they're going to look like in the future, so they start fixing God's creation. At this point in my life, I'm 46. I don't give a damn what I'm going to look like 20 years from now. I'm just going to hope that I live to see it. And if I don't live to see it, well, the videos will live forever. But the thing is, you know, you're put into a world where when you are born, your parents have the choice to set you straight. Your parents are the ones that are going to set your moral compass to whether you are going to go this way or that way. As you become an adult and a parent yourself, you have to choose to go this way, that way, this way. See, when you're a kid, up until you're 18, you don't really get a choice. You're going to be this way because I said so, you're going to get your ass beat. You're going to be this way because I said so, or you get your ass beat. How you feel doesn't matter. Which goes back to, if you're living the alternative lifestyle, you got people jumping on your ass, not letting you be you, and if you wind up being you, and it takes you forever to come out, it's because of the hell is raising you. And this happens a lot. Again, when I worked with someone who was living the alternative lifestyle, I only worked there a day and a half because I got fired. But, you know, he kind of explained to me, you know, the life he leads, it ain't the easiest road because of people. And you have people who are sexist, and you have people who are racist, and you have people who all out want to kill these people because they don't understand the lifestyle that these people lead. Now, here on the other side of that track, as a straight man, I'm thinking, damn, you know, that kind of could have been me. But I had influences of my family members teaching me that you are going to fight, and you are going to like it, or you are going to fight us, and you are not going to like it. And it's better to give pain than receive it. So I became a martial artist, to be honest, to give people pain so that I wouldn't receive pain. I got better at fighting because of martial arts, and I learned it's not so good to give people pain. You know, unless they're trying to give you pain. It's not so good to go and hurt someone because you have the might and the right to do so. But having right doesn't make you right, and it doesn't always mean that you're doing what you think is right for the right reason. It might be the right reason at the time, but it might not be the right reason. So the alternative lifestyle people, they are the bravest of the brave because they have to grow up with people who not only are like me or worse, they have to grow up with this globally. It's not just an American thing; it's a worldwide thing. You know, where no matter where you go, there's no let's see, if I can do this without being offensive. There is no island of the alternative lifestyle where everyone who is gay, bi, transgender can just pack all their shit up and go move on that island. Now, I'm pretty sure I just gave them all the biggest, greatest idea ever, but why should they have to go anywhere? You know, they should be able to live their lives any way they want. Again, like I said, two things you were born with that you can't change. Questionably now, though, is your race and your gender. So if you're born to live the alternative lifestyle and you can't change who you are that way, who the hell are we to judge them? You understand where I'm coming from? I mean, it's not something that's prevalent in us. It's something that we don't address. This is why racism and sexism and prejudice and bigotry is always going to be there because, like I said in one of the videos, whether it be the first video or this video, which I'm hoping is the last video, we don't want to deal with it. None of us will honestly, truly to God, take a group of people of every ethnicity, of every lifestyle, and lock us in a room, no weapons allowed, to just sit down, contemplate, think, and talk. Literally communicate with each other on why we don't like each other. Because like I said in whichever video it was, we all like fresh breath, so we all brush our teeth. Not all of us like wearing glasses, but we have to if it helps us out in the long run. We don't like body odor, so we all wash our asses and other parts, and we use deodorant and antiperspirant so that whenever we go somewhere, we don't stink. We all love sex. Gay, straight, they love sex too. You know, we all love sex. But most importantly, we all love being free, and we love being able to do what we want as long as it's morally right and legally right. Now, why in the hell can't we all get along? Oh, well, we still live in a world where stereotypes lead us to destruction. Stereotypes lead us to racial batteries. Stereotypes lead us to the things that we should not be worrying about. Stereotypes leading us to, oh, well, I have some Korean friends, they offered me dinner last night, but I was afraid it might dog me. I have some Chinese friends, they offered me dinner last night, but I'm afraid it might have been a cat. Because they had a cat, but it's no longer alive. The fact that their cat might have got hit by a car that day doesn't sit with you. The fact that that box that you passed when you walked into their room might have been the ashes of their cat. That doesn't sit with you. You're living on stereotypes. I had some black people invite me to dinner last night. They only wanted to serve me fried chicken. I don't like fried chicken, so I had to refuse. But then I had some white guys who invited me to dinner last night, but they made this stuff called hummus. I don't know what the hell a quiche is, but I'm not going to eat it. I didn't want to offend them, so I kind of refused. You understand the stereotypes that I just put there. They're not meant to offend, but they were meant as examples of how stereotypes lead to racism. And now the cure for racism, sadly, is sex with people outside of your race. Not going to say outside of your gender, but outside of your race. Because there are people who are going to have sex with people who are outside of their gender. That's just going to be a fact of life. But we don't sit down and talk about the things that we hate about other people to their face. We don't take in the things that people hate about us to our face. We will talk about you behind your back, under our breath, and we will go out of our way to make sure you never hear what we have to say and try to keep our friendship. But you know, we will not address the truth on this matter. And this matter is that we need to get all of us together in a group and sit down and talk. We need to sit down and say, okay, so what is it about Asian people that you don't like? like? What is it about black people that you don't like it that you like? What is it about white people that you don't like it that you like? And the reason that I just only use those three examples is because, and I said this before metaphorically, so honestly, truly to God, if you are of Native American descent, from the tip of the North Pole to the south of the South Pole, you are of Asian descent, okay? And the three primary races are black, white, and Asian, or white, black, and Asian, or Asian, black, and white, however you want to call that. And for the most part, if you do genealogy, there are probably more Asian people on the earth, or half Asians, than anywhere else in the universe. And the thing is about that, when it comes down to it, we all are just human. And humans make mistakes. And humans make choices. Via good or bad, it is a choice. Where when you're looking at transgender people and you are deciding that you want to either be prejudiced or racist or bigot towards them, some of them did not make the choice to be transgender. It was genetically in them from the moment they were conceived. And it can go the same way with the other style of the alternative lifestyle, whether they are homosexual or bisexual, whether they are male or female. Some of these things are not choices, they are genetic. But racism, I'm sorry, some of it is genetic, but most of it is choice. Prejudice, most of it is choice. And most of us, without a shadow of a doubt, without a second thought, without a minute of other people's feelings, instinctively, we become racist or prejudiced. And it could have something to do with having a bad experience. It could have something to do with just the way someone looks. It could be anything. If I was to dye my hair blue tomorrow, would it get me more viewers? The only way I can find that out is to literally run down to Michael's, get a can of blue spray paint, see what the fuck happens. If I wanted to dye my hair red, start calling myself Cherokee Fire, which has been controversial. Would I get more followers? Would I get more viewers? Probably. But what I would probably get most of would be a lot of insults saying, like, what the fuck is your deal? Why are you doing this? What the hell is wrong with you? And those are how we get to step one in video one, about people of color also being racist. See, I say that because here's how we go. Because I don't want to make another video, so we're just going to keep going. How many people that are watching me right now know some Asian girls that have gone from their natural, God-given black hair to light brown, brunettish, blonde, and my favorite, hello Oscar, blue and rainbow. And why do they do that? A lot of them do it to stand out, so that they aren't in the stereotypical thing of Asians all look alike. Oh yeah, hi Zeta, because Zeta has pink and purple hair too. So and I really like her. But when you do that, it's not a personal glitch, but the need to stand out sometimes is there. I bill myself as a mixed person and not a black person because of my need to stand out. I know that I am part black. I know that I'm part Cherokee, and I know that I'm part white. I bill myself as mixed so that people like me know that we exist, and not to disrespect The Rock, because he bills himself as mixed. And he gets a lot of flack for not doing enough black shit, but doing mostly Samoa shit. And people don't understand. If you're not mixed, I'm going to make another video about that right after this. If you're not mixed, you don't understand it. But for the most part, when it comes to being racist and being prejudiced, I'm sure that The Rock could give you some stories about growing up being half Samoan and black. And people giving him the look I get when they're like, what is that guy? Fuck it, let me just march over there and ask him. Excuse me, sir. Yeah, can I help? I want to ask you a question, and I don't want to offend you, but are you mixed? And if so, What are you mixed with? Am I Victoria? Well, of course, yes. You know, they're not for me. I get this all the time. I'm actually part Cherokee, part black, and part white. Hmm, that's a good combination. Well, thank you. Gotta go. And I've had that happen. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Rocks had that happen. I'm pretty sure Tiger Woods had that happen. But they're more famous than me, so it's probably not a big deal for them to have fans or people coming asking about their ethnicity. What is a big deal is that I had read something, and though I love the ladies from, they had said some stuff that kind of upset me, but it was like last year, so it's really not upsetting anymore. But it was when they said that The Rock was not black enough to play John Henry. Old John Henry, steel driver man, died on a railroad track with his hammer in his hand. But Rock was trying to produce a movie about John Henry because why not? And the fact that that's like me saying I want to play Kunta Kinte. All right. Now we all know that Kunta Kinte was Alex Haley's great ancestor, and the Queen was his great ancestor. Not the Queen of England, but Queen. They wrote a book about it. They made a movie started Halle Jackson. Halle Berry, and you know, he did both sides of his family and made a lot of money making them. Now, I'm not going to shave my hair and try to make it look black. You get one of those afro wigs or whatever, and that would be kind of like them saying, oh, well, he's not dark-skinned enough to play a black man. I get that. Believe me, I get that. And this shit here, it's not going anywhere. It's not getting cut. It's mine, and I'm keeping it. I promised my father I would grow it until I was 50, and I'm going to keep that promise. Now, no amount of money in the world is going to make me cut my hair. Granted, I need money, but I love my hair. My hair was longer than this, believe me. It was much longer than this before I kept getting accused of being a girl and kept getting accused of being Steven Seagal. So I chopped it off. Worst mistake ever. Ever. And it grew really fast in 2 years, but because of my hip replacement, I guess radiation is still surging through my body. My hair is like not growing as fast as I would like it to grow. That's fine. It's gonna grow. I just need to leave it alone and pray a lot. Maybe find some hair growth supplements or something. Maybe take more vitamins. Anyway, the whole point of the matter is that people of color can't be racist. And me bringing up The Rock and the John Henry thing was because of the simple fact that people have given The Rock a lot of time very badly about not representing black people as a black man. And I'm going to end this with this. People of color can be, will be, and are just as racist as people who are not of color. And when I say people of color, I'm not skirting up anyone. I mean Asians, I mean Latins, I mean black. Alright? So if you guys are running around thinking that black people can't be racist or prejudiced, you get the tip of my boot. Because the only place I've been where people are not as racist as it sounds has been two places. The Army and Canada. So, again, when I was in Canada, I never heard the word nigger slurred when I was in Toronto. I never heard the word chinks. I never heard the word honky. I never heard any of that. No crackers, none of that crap. All I heard was, how are you doing? What's up? Hey, buddy, over here. What's up, dude? All that. But not one racial slur. When I went to Canada the very first time, there was a young lady. I was like in my early 20s. She could have been more than 14 or 15. Probably not even that. No, she's about 15. Her dad was a white man. He actually really liked me enough. He wanted to let me date his daughter, which wasn't a problem, except for there was one big problem. And I mean, I don't know where they are now, and I kind of wish I would have went with that, but I didn't because it's illegal, And he's like, well, you're from America, so Mother Spider, ooh, you're in the wrong spot, buddy. You don't like spiders in the crotch. I love spiders, but not there, and not in that way. Anyway, the father was really good, and he sat with me, and he was like, dude, my daughter really likes you, and I think you should date her. And I was like, dude, I think your daughter is very beautiful. She's one of the most beautiful white women I've ever seen in my life. And wherever you are, young lady, thank you. I still have your note, and I'm leaving your name off for a reason. Had I been her age, Had I been 15, 16, she would have probably been my wife. And not just because she was that beautiful, but because her family was just like that. You understand me? They were not racist. They were white. I don't know if they were French Canadian or regular Canadian, but they were Canadian and they were fucking awesome. And her father, who was cool as shit, wanted this 23-year-old jackass to date his beautiful daughter. He had two daughters. His second daughter, she was never there, but she was older. She was like about my age, if not older. You know, she was older than the daughter that liked me. And she showed up. Well, unless she was younger. I really couldn't tell because both these girls were built like grown women. And I really couldn't tell. But I think he might have had three daughters. I won't swear to it, but I know his family and him were some of the most awesomest people I ever met in my life. They did not see my skin color. They did not judge me by my age or my height, and they were all very nice. And as many times that I've been to Canada, Canada's like a second home to me. I love Toronto. I love the Etobicoke Gym. There was a woman there who is of Asian descent who has treated me like I was her child. There was a Korean store and a business owner who were of Korean descent, and they treated me as if I was fucking Korean. They literally treated me like I was a Korean. They did not see that I was not Korean. They just treated me like I was Korean. And everywhere I went up there, there was like no racism. Everywhere I went, there was like no racism. And I wasn't living there on a daily basis. And I don't know if they were putting on a show for stupid Americans, but I know that I was treated greatly. Now I will say, when I went to the mall, there's like 5 stories underground or whatever. I was a little freaked out there because the girls were exceptionally young, and I couldn't tell how old they were, and there were some chicks that I really wanted to flirt with, but I was like, yeah, let's not do that because they're growing big in Toronto. And I was like, okay, she's like really busty, and she might only be 14, so yeah, go buy your comic and get the hell out of there, which is basically what I did. I bought my comic and I got the hell out of there, you know. And in closing, you know, while I was up there, I did not meet one black person who used the word nigger. I did not meet one white person who used the word nigger. The only problem I've ever seen when I've been to Canada, I don't know if it's still going on today, but the only problem I've ever seen was, are you a regular Canadian or you're a French Canadian? Oui, mon ami. So, outside of that, you know, racism. People of color can be just as racist as people of color. Keep that in mind. In Canada, I'd like to come back soon. Thank you guys for watching me. Be seeing you.